Hey everybody, it's your professor, David Britt, MSOM 601, Module 4 Preview. I'm coming to you today from Zion National Park in southern Utah. Going to be spending the next few days here with thousands of my friends over the Memorial Day weekend. But I wanted to have a chance to talk to you a little bit about Module 4 coming up, so let's get started. This week is going to be getting a little technical, and again, I want you to make sure you clearly do the readings from the Facione and Gittins book, because in Chapter 8 we talk about valid inferences, and in Chapter 9 we talk about warranted inferences, and those are very important discussions as it relates to critical thinking. And one of the reasons is on some occasions, what you'll find are people who are making claims that appear to be valid or they appear to be warranted, but perhaps they're not. And so it's important that you clearly understand the definitions for both of those. So make sure you take the time to read Chapter 8, Chapter 9. And then the discussion this week talks about valid conclusions. One of the things that's important is you're going to probably be doing some reading and some research on a term called causation. And causation is simply this. Some activity causes some result. And it appears that on some occasions people will attribute some result to some cause without providing necessary instruction, necessary connection between the two. So understand the term causation, and perhaps you can talk about that in the discussion forum this week. The assignment this week talks about the impact of fallacies that may be masquerading as a warranted inference or a valid inference. And again, I hate to keep talking about politics, but too often it seems that statements are made that imply some particular result that may be based on a fallacy. And so make sure as you write that paper that you clearly identify, clearly define, and all of those things, and then begin to apply the impact sometimes of fallacies and what they can do if they masquerade as a valid or a warranted inference. And then the problem-solving case study this week is about evaluating information. So you've established a problem, you've gone and looked at particular biases, and then you're going to go out and gather information to hopefully solve that problem. Well, if you're going to be like it appears in some problem-solving exercises, you're going to go out and get tons of data, right? And so you just have to be able to evaluate what data is not only factual, but what data actually applies to the issue that you're trying to address. And so the evaluation of data, the evaluation of information that you have is an important step in this whole case study problem-solving analysis. So I'll be interested to read the edition this week. Make sure you look at my comments on your past work on the case studies and then adapt those as we go forward. All right? Take care. I'm going to be living out of a suitcase for the next 7 months. My wife and I just sold our house, and we're having a house built. And so we are going to be all over the place the next 7 months. All right? Take care. Chat with you soon.